Sure. That is human, normal human behavior. You do not have to agree with what the person is even upset about to see that they are upset, and that hurts them, right? And that's exactly what what I had happened when I was in Julie's lives. I was in there because I wanted to see certain people, right? And this was about the time that it popped off with Nikki and her. And I was like, fuck, right? I could empathize with Julie. She was legitimately upset. That doesn't mean I have to agree with her stance on that situation. It would be the same if you and me. You don't like red cars. I like black cars. Right?
Yeah.
You're upset because somebody dented your red car. I can empathize with you, even though I might be going, ha ha, it's a fucking ugly red car anyways, right? I can still empathize with you, right? That doesn't mean that somebody is two-faced. It just means that they care when people are sitting on the internet crying hysterically.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
That was it. I don't like seeing people cry like that. I didn't like seeing my kids cry like that. I don't like seeing my grandbabies cry like that. I don't like seeing people get that upset where they're screaming into the phone and you can hear, it's like that, they're using it of Samantha, quit it. That's quit it. I don't agree with that because you can hear the pain in her voice when she's saying that. And that is not something that should be mimicked. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's all. Maybe I have rose-colored glass. I know I do. My husband tells me that all the time. Like, get the fuck over it. But I just think that a group of fucking educated adults on a fucking app like this should be able to get along better and care when somebody gets fucking upset or something deeply fucking like gets them to the point where they're in the hospital or they're going to the doctor or they feel like they need to quit the app. When you turn it around and you think, oh, okay, some people may say, well, that's the same thing with Lisa Bella. Lisa Bella created that today. I didn't go in there until I got a message on my phone saying she was beaking off about me. She created that mess. She created that argument. I didn't create it. I never would have gone anywhere. I had her blocked. I have everybody blocked. I don't see Jenny's things. I don't see Dose's stuff. I don't see your stuff. Nobody. I have everybody blocked. I took so many people off.
Now, I know you are watching my stuff.
I know that I get sent clips. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yep, absolutely. Especially when somebody talks about me.
The other day was the only day, and I brought it up as a reference.
I know. I heard it. I know what you meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And clips are weird. Exactly. Clips are weird because
they are.
You're not getting the full story, right?
Yep.
You don't know what happened 20 minutes before and 15 minutes after.
Yep, and that's the thing. There for a while, I was being sent clips all the time of Jenny's lives or things, and I said, don't send them to me anymore. I don't want to know. Because, not that I don't trust the people that are sending them to me, but I don't know the full context of anything. It's like when you send a text message, right? Sometimes it may come across that you're more pissed than you are, or you're not as pissed as you are, right? Like you don't. So I stopped all that when it came to that. But there's certain lives that I say, if you hear anything about me, I want to know about it. And you are one of them.
Yeah. Oh, look, I watch Samantha's and I watch Sammy's. I'm not blocked in either one.
Right.
So I don't go in because I figure I'm going to get blocked. So I pay attention. I've never denied. Like I
No,
said,
you've always said that up front. I'll give you that. 100%.
everything I do,
Yeah.
I do everything up front.
Yeah, 100%. You've always been upfront with that. But
I
Lisa,
don't.
I don't have lives. I don't have lives. I don't have time.
No, I
I
know
don't,
that, but
you know,
you're in them, and I'll say in the last little bit, you're not as bad,
nope.
but you were bad there for a long time,
Yeah. Work was slow. It's winter.
and and you guys talked about everybody,
But
right?
everybody does that, Lisa. You guys do it too.
I know, but this is where I'm trying to get at with you, okay? So then, but you're in my DMs messaging me saying you're a horrible person. All you do is hold the hate lies. I try to bring people in to talk about the shit.
Yeah. You know what? This is good.
This is
I'm,
like I don't always have. I've had Mama Laura up in my box, me and
yeah.
her going at it. I've had Crystal,
I'm
you know,
tired of going at it, man. I'm done.
and but look, me and Mama
Yeah.
Laura now we can be in the same space
Yeah,
if need be.
and that's great, right? And this is how, if you're going to do it like this. What I don't agree with, Lisa, and I've said this to you, and I've said it to all kinds of people, is when you do the background rage baiting. There's some people on here that's all they do all damn day, right? And it just perpetuates again the arguments to keep going. Or somebody hasn't been on the app for a few days. They come in, they see the background of so and so or so and so's live, and they're like, oh, what's going on here? And now you got a whole new bunch of people running on a bandwagon that they didn't fucking see, right?
Mhm.
That's the stuff I don't agree with. If we can have, people come into
Oh, I do that
lives.
spitefully, and
I know
I'm
you do.
straight. I'm
And some people,
straightforward.
yeah,
I'm straight.
I don't agree with that. I just think that it makes it worse, not better. But that's my opinion. I would never
Yeah,
do that. I don't do that. So, but to each their fucking own. But that's my opinion about that,
yeah.
right? I just think.
That's so I can get the person's attention to come in.
But sometimes if you just ask nice, they do it, Lisa.
Yeah, well, and I look, see how I did it today. I know I'm blocked. I am moving forward. She asked me to get a hold of her if I'm going to have a conversation about her. Can somebody please watching from the outside? Because I know somebody's watching,
I
right?
can't. And again, guys, I can't see any comments. My fucking dog stepped on my glasses and broke them in two. So, hello.
So you got a lot of people that are upset with you.
No,
I'm not
they
gonna
can be.
lie.
I don't
I'm not
care.
gonna. I'm
I'm
not
not.
gonna
I shouldn't say
lie.
that. I don't. No, I don't care. I don't. About today, no, I don't. I really don't. No,
Okay. Okay. So we can take today off the table,
no,
right?
no.
We'll take it off the table. No more. Everything bad was said. Both sides. I get it because I did it myself the other day with Crystal, and I ain't apologizing to Crystal for it either. Um, but where do we go forward with? Because I don't like you in my friends' DMs trying to, you know, what's the right word? I'm lacking words right now.
Oh, me too. I'm telling you.
Um, it's got to stop.
It does. Yep.
But
It does. Okay, so I think I know. I know what you mean. I do. Okay, so there have been things said on. I'm going to say both sides. I think about Nazis, maybe.
yeah, well, I like. I'm. We're both from Nova Scotia, right?
Yeah,
I'm old school Nova Scotia.
me too, girl.
I live in Dartmouth.
We boot stop all the time.
So, and I grew up without the internet. So I am that bitch that will get in your face. and fucking throat punch you in the same breath.
Right. Yep.
That's
Same,
how I
same.
grew up.
Yeah, me too.
So
I
so yes, I am that girl that will do shit like this,
if
right?
you
I don't.
if you if you don't like Sammy, right? Why watch her?
I'm
If you
not
don't
because
if you don't like Sammy,
because
why bring Oscar in the box like you did the other day, Lisa, and try to bait them
well,
in the room?
yeah. So at first it wasn't that. Oscar's always been in my lives. Has
Mm-hmm.
always been welcome in my lives.
Mm-hmm.
Always. Ever since I've been hosting lives, he has been allowed in my lives. He's been up in my boxes. I have always tried to, my friends don't like Oscar, but I always allow him up in my box.
But you and
Um,
I both know, Lisa, you are far from stupid. You and I both know what you were doing.
oh yeah,
And
but let me give you history though.
okay. All right. I'm listening.
There's a history though, right? So why is it now that Oscar's not allowed up in my boxes? Because the one time he came up and he had questions because he was trying to rationalize what's going on over there, that now he's not allowed in my box. He's not allowed in my lives, and he gets chastised off app. He's a grown fucking man.
Yeah, he can go wherever the fuck he wants to go. As far as
Exactly.
I'm
And he
concerned.
shouldn't have to worry about being chastised. So not only am I digging at Oscar now, yes, I'm digging at Sammy. And I will. Because I have 4 years of history with Sammy.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot more than you know about Sammy. And none of it is good.
Well, I don't want to know because I want to form my own opinions. Um, I don't think anybody should be telling anybody where or who, what, when, where, why they can hang out with or sit with. And I've said that to you before. I know you're not like that either. You've said it. I've seen you say it. So, but if I don't know, if you don't like somebody, why follow them around the app?
Well, I don't follow Sammy around the app.
I'm not
I
saying you.
will
I'm saying in general.
I will watch Sammy's lives for one reason. I need to know what's coming out of their mouth. Because some of it is very dangerous. I've had 8, 16, 24 videos made of me being called a Nazi or a white supremacist.
By who?
Sammy!
I gotta be honest. I don't think I've ever seen that.
So,
Calling you out specific. Sorry, I got a mouthful
yeah,
of ice.
videos for Lisa.
Well, I don't
And you
know.
want to know why?
Well,
Because I don't like fancy. I'm
okay.
racist because I don't like fancy.
All
And I'll
right.
tell you why I don't like fancy. And it has nothing to do with the color of her skin. I don't like how they move. I don't like how they walk around this app. I don't like how they start shit to keep themselves relevant on this app. That's my problem with Fancy. Has nothing to do with her skin color. My
Okay.
children's godfather
Yes, you told me
is from
is
North
black.
Preston.
Yeah, from North Preston. Yeah.
So I am just, it is none of it. And I have a couple of friends that are in this algorithm on this app that have seen some stuff,
Yeah.
and they've wanted to go after Fancy. And I've had to tell them, don't. It's not worth it. Because they like to tell her all about herself. It's not worth it.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to say in this.
But it goes deeper and
It goes
farther
deeper and
back.
farther back. Yeah.
Because back in 4 years, three to 4 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
Sammy was the racist.
I know
Sammy was
I heard
against
that story.
indigenous people.
Yeah, I heard that story before. So I think
It's not a story, it's
no,
facts.
I think Sammy told me what had happened, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Listen, I don't tolerate racism, bigotry of any sort. Period.
Like, you cannot
Period.
like somebody and have nothing to do with the color of their skin.
You could hate somebody just because you hate them.
Yeah,
Like,
and I don't. It's not that I hate them
no,
because I didn't love them to hate them. Do you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
So,
Listen. You don't necessarily. Yeah, that's. I mean, there's people that I
and I
strongly dislike on this app, but it's not because of the color of their skin by any fucking
exactly.
stretch of the imagination.
But they made me out to be a racist because I spoke up on the. Because at first, when I don't want to get on all that anyway, because I said I didn't see something,
Right,
right?
right.
I don't see everything on this app. There's a lot that
Nobody
I don't
does. Thank
see on
fuck.
this app.
Yeah.
So, but do I like Fancy? Absolutely not. They've come in boxes. They've yelled at, um, Absorbed, called her a fucking stupid bitch. Yeah, okay, well, Absorbed's one of my best friends on here. So that's not ever going to work well with me. That's an automatic, I don't like you, right?
But that's not a racial comment. That's
It's
just
not a,
I just don't like you
exactly.
comment. But yeah,
I,
yeah.
Yeah. So, and that's when, and I used to support Fancy and everything. There was a lot of us that did.
Mm-hmm.
But when you turn around and start doing shit like this, no, no, no. We're not going to go there. I'm 53 years old. And I even try to remember that I'm 53 years old and dealing with people 15 to 20 years younger than me, right?
Well,
I do
that's
try to put that in place a little bit, right? But there's, it. So when you guys are, and there's a lot of us that have
I like.
that
So
dog
let me just say
quality,
this: I like Fancy a lot. Okay,
and that's fine. That's your prerogative.
so I don't like her just because she's black. I like her as a person who happens to be black. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I think, and thankfully, I wasn't around for a lot of the horse manure that was going on, but I think I think that there are a lot of people on this app that do target Fancy because she is a black woman who is not afraid to speak her mind, and that is a very large stereotype that black women get. They're loud, they're this, they're that. And that is a racially motivated stereotype against black women. Sorry, I'm out of breath.
Yep.
And so I don't agree with, you know, okay, so I wasn't around for the nasty party, right? But I've heard about it from multiple sources, right?
Well, we knew it was that party before the party even started.
Well,
So
yeah. Well,
we were
some
calling
people
it that
seem to,
party
yeah, some people
well
did.
before.
Yeah, some people I don't think did. Some people did. I think it was a clusterfuck to be honest. I don't have to like somebody just because of their race, nor do I have to not like them because of their race. I can just not like a person, right?
Yeah.
But when I see say I see an Indigenous woman that's being bullied, and I don't know the Indigenous woman very well, and maybe I don't like them, right? But I would say something and go like, why are you doing that? Why are you, like, don't talk to them like that, right? Doesn't mean I like them. Doesn't mean I actually even know them really that well.
Yeah.
So there seems to be a lot of people for some reason on here that knew it was this party, right?
Yeah.
But failed to accept or acknowledge the fact without quote unquote proof that the incident happened. So I'm trying to do this diplomatically.
That's my point. Okay?
Right?
So that's my point.
Yeah.
I've never seen the figure or the name.
Yeah.
So with how I felt about that person,
yeah,
I wasn't going to stand up. I wasn't going to run around this app like some fool.
Yeah.
Plus, there was enough of them doing it, right?
Yeah.
They have the army, so there was enough of them. I didn't need to. Plus, I didn't see it because I am actually a person that likes to see things.
Some people are like that. They're very visual.
I believe because I seen the t-shirts or the sweaters, I seen the videos of them eating the white donuts, and I spoke up loudly on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't see the last part.
Yeah.
So what am I supposed to do?
Do you want to know what I think? I'm going to tell you what I think.
I just stayed out of it. I said, I don't know.
But Lisa, if we all do that, if we all did that, whether it be Black issues, Indigenous issues, whatever, right? If we all said, well, I didn't see that happen, so I don't know.
I stood up for the parts that I did see. And I
get that. But how do you stop racism and things like that happening is a community. And like it or not, this algorithm is a community, right? And as a community, when things like that happen, no matter what it is, no matter what side of the political spectrum you're on, people should band together and stand against that. And I know, because I'm a visual person too. I'm one of those realtors. Like, for example, if I'm building a house off plan, I can't handle it because I need to see it, right? But when it comes to those types of things, if we don't do it together for each other, how are we ever going to change the way things are? Sorry, I'm getting upset because I think about my kids, right?
I know, but that's fair. But before that happened, Cassidy Cage, Nick, who's Indigenous, Two-Spirit, had his face shot out of a picture.
I never saw that. I heard the story.
One fucking person. See, and this is the other reason why I don't like Fancy. Because Fancy will not show support to anybody else.
I've seen her do it.
I will say Indigenous.
That. I will say I have seen her.
After the fact, if she gets called out.
Well, you know what? Then that's something as a community, people need to fucking change. Because
we spoke up on it.
We cannot.
We got backlash on it.
Yeah.
Because we're going at Fancy.
Yeah. I see what I know where you're coming from. But if we don't do it, regardless of who it is and what it is, or whether we like the person or we don't, these social issues that are going to be so fucking important over the next little bit, if we can't get our fucking shit together as grown ass fucking adults to stand with each other, and you and I being white women, stand in front of.
Look, honey, I've always stood in front of.
right?
Always.
Me too. And
Always. My
I,
whole fucking life.
yep,
But at the same part, we've got to always do it. And we can't be a part of the
you can't
drama
pick,
bullshit.
and you can't pick and choose though. That's the part.
No.
You
Well,
can't pick and
see,
choose.
if
If we're,
nobody else was saying anything about that fucking cross,
yeah,
if, there wasn't already 10 people
yeah,
going at whoever, I don't even fucking remember the name now. Why
yeah,
did you write Brandy or whatever? Then I might have probably would have said something.
yeah,
But there were people that may have known more than I did,
yeah,
right? And
yeah,
they did their due diligence. I was
yeah,
okay with that
yeah,
because I'd already been burned by her. Oh, wrong choice of words. Sorry. I'd already been chastised by her
yeah,
for other things, so I was good. And
yeah,
when I got, I had supported her the whole time I've been in this algorithm
yeah,
while she was hanging out with the rights on the right side, like the righties, and playing that little role. And, the whole, like, I've been on here for 4 fucking years,
yeah,
almost 5. So, I had the fancy pants in my name. I had like the whole thing. But when you start fucking coming in and start fucking going off on us for bullshit
yeah,
and saying I don't have friends, I'm good.
yeah.
I'm good. Because at the end of the day, if you don't need me as your friend, you don't need me as your defender either.
See, I see it different, but I understand what you're saying, but I see it different. I don't. There's a few people in your clique I do not like.
Mm-hmm.
No qualms about it. Has nothing to do with anything else but their personality and my personality are not going to jive. And that's completely okay.
Yeah.
But if something crazy went down and they were being attacked, I would be knocking on your door, Lisa, and saying, okay, what can I do?
I'd like to say I could believe you on that.
Yeah, I would. 100%. Because nobody's all of the trials and tribulations are important. There's none that are more important than the other. I personally feel, and you can correct me, but I personally feel that you and your clique are more interested in the Indigenous battles than you are with the Black and Brown battles, right? And I
So,
understand that because the majority of your friends are Indigenous. So that
yeah,
I get that, right?
yep, they
But
are.
that doesn't mean when you've got some woman burning black Barbies on a cross with maggots that everybody should just sit there with their hands under their ass cheeks and a mouthful of marbles and say shit, because that's not the right thing to do, regardless of whether you like fancy or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
But
You know what I mean? Like, I'm
yeah,
not, yeah,
but like I said, I have had, Fancy has had all of our support until Fancy decided to draw a line, and then they came up, and Fancy has went after 2 Indigenous people out of context because that's what they do, right? Yeah, it's too hard to try to explain to you. Anyway, um,
I
and
get the gist of what you mean. I do.
I
Like,
don't I don't do a lot of stuff on here within the Black community, but I fucking sure do here outside of
yeah,
my house.
yeah, I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. Because you
But I
live,
don't I don't announce it.
yeah. Um, So yeah, so I mean, I think all of those things I think are, some people may look at them as in, I'm putting a line in the sand, or I'm going to put my efforts towards what, you know, towards the ones I love the most, or whatever the case may be, right? And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that per se, but when something crazy goes down, it should not matter if it's fancy or my husband or your kid's godfather or a complete stranger on this app. And you're scrolling through and you see something. People should be band together and say that is enough. Done.
And
Not,
yeah,
we don't accept that kind of behavior in our world,
yeah.
right?
But
And I don't think it happens on here a lot. It's just like, God, just like certain things don't always need to be brought to the app. Do you know what I mean? Like there's certain people that bring everything to the app and want to make this big fucking production out of it when it really doesn't need to be like that. It can be dealt with in private. It can be dealt with off app, whatever, right? Because all those types of things do is they put that extra wedge in the fucking algorithm that people have to try to friggin' maneuver around, right?
well, yeah. And are you talking about Cindy?
Yep.
Okay. So and I'm going to put this
I
straight
try
out on
not
the
to
line.
use names because I don't think that's
Yeah,
fair.
well, I seen her speak up in the chat, so I'm taking authority over it. um,
It's your fault. I blame you.
yeah, I'm going to say it. So, and I'm using names, so you can use names.
Okay.
I'm okay with that. People aren't here. I'm sure they're watching on the outside.
I'm not one for that. That's all.
Me either, but
Yeah.
it's just we're getting to points. So, um,
See, look at
so
this. Pissed
with
off person. I caught this. I don't know you, sir. I don't know who you are. I've never seen your face. I've never heard your voice. I have no idea who you are. So please stop talking about me like that. And if you have a problem, DM me. I'll be happy to talk to you in there. But this kind of foolishness is going to stop because I don't know you.
so with Cindy and Ash, you that could have been settled well before it got on the app.
Agreed.
And that's all I'm going to say on that.
Yeah.
Should have been settled,
Yep.
but somebody chose not to.
Yep. Yep.
So how Cindy is choosing to deal with it now, I'm okay with it.
I'm
So
Yeah, and you can be. I disagree with you. I think that
she tried and tried and tried.
I think
And
he's a grown ass man. He doesn't need Cindy to do his dirty work. I
but
understand it's a friend
but
and all of that.
Cindy was the person that made all of this work. Cindy knew that he needed somebody. Cindy knew that Ash was looking for somebody,
Yeah,
and that's how that Cindy.
I get it, but
So Cindy and I would do the same thing if I did somebody a solid. Say you needed a place to stay for a week, and I was like, I got a place. I know somebody that has a room, and you got there and you went, oh my God, Lisa, this fucking
blame
place is a
menopause.
dive, but you've already paid, right? I would totally go to them and say, fuck's sakes, man, you said you had a place. I figured it would be clean. Give her fucking money back. I would totally do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Listen,
So
that's a situation that I think things like that. Those two were really good friends. They had each other's phone numbers, all of the stuff. It didn't need to be brought to the app. That's how I feel about it. And now we're
but
75 videos in.
I know,
Right?
but
Everybody's
Ash chose not. Ash decided to fucking stop messaging people. She wouldn't answer the young man, and she wouldn't answer Cindy. And I seen the texts.
Well, Ash has shown me that he hasn't messaged her. He is not blocked at all, and he has made no contact at
She
all.
she blocked.
Oh,
Ash blocked.
your headphones must be going, Lisa.
Hey, sorry, I had to change my headphones. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You're a little muffled though, but so am I. So what's the difference?
Turn the sound here. Okay. So yeah. So everybody's gonna get two different stories, right?
Yeah,
There's
right.
always
And you know what? I understand what you're saying, but some of these videos are bringing up her finances, what happened in the past with her, with the ball club. They're bringing up her children, and it's going too far, right? It goes too far. And that's my problem with this shit, right? Is because when stuff like that gets on here and then it grows, right? It's like a fucking, like one of those little fucking rubber men we used to buy our kids. You put it in water overnight and it grows, right? And it morphs into this big fucking bowl of fuckery, and then it keeps going and gets more serious and goes places it shouldn't go, and then it gets to the point where it's actually starting to get harmful and hurtful, not
yeah.
just for Ash, and that's my concern, as I'm sure Cindy is yours, right? But it's gone too far now. We've got, I mean, you go to Cindy's page, every damn video for the last 50 videos is Ash, right? I mean, she's made amends for what she did. She has taken responsibility for what she did. She has made restitution for what she did. And it's being chucked in her fucking face every 2 minutes. And that's not right. That's not right. That Cindy, you, me, none of us are judge, jury, and executioner when
No,
it comes to that.
I don't talk about Ash, so
Right?
this is
I'm
the
just
first
saying, I'm
time.
just giving the example, right? Like it's not something that should be brought up every 2 minutes in these videos. It's just not appropriate,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Well, I don't know how it's gonna get resolved between the two of them.
I don't know
Um,
either. I don't know either. You know what? I'm Ash's friend. I sit there. Um, Nat, Ash is a grown woman, but so is Nat. So is Cindy's buddy is a 30-some-year-old man. So don't sit there
but
and say
his money
Ash
is
is a
just
grown
important.
woman
Yeah, his
and
money
not
is just
recognize that
important.
the other party is a grown man. And he's not related to Cindy. He's not her husband. He's a grown ass man who's
So
married to
then,
some other woman.
so then maybe you could suggest to Ash, unblock the guy,
Oh, honey,
give him his money.
you got background noise for days.
Oh, I'm outside. The
Lisa.
popo is flying by.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, I'm on the main
Happened?
road. The
Yeah,
popo is flying around here.
right.
Um,
But do you see where I'm coming from? I'm not a fucking villain here, but
you're not
I have
innocent, though.
what?
You're not innocent.
Oh, nobody is.
Okay.
Nobody is. There's not one person on here that is innocent. Everybody fucks up. We're human beings. It's gonna happen, right? But I'm not gonna sit there and allow people to go on like they do about my family and use my family and posts and kids, and I'm not allowing that shit. I'm sorry.
And I
Abs-
understand that. And
Absolutely not.
until you can prove, that's the downfall. So
I know.
you can't blame all of everybody in the algorithm. I've had people fucking have my name on fucking fake accounts.
Yeah,
I
that's,
would
and
laugh at them.
there's no need of
Okay,
it.
do you? Do you? But it's, yeah, when it comes to the kids and stuff, and I've always stood behind this.
Yeah. Yeah.
No
And
doctrine.
that's when I got mad the other night because somebody had messaged me and said that one of the accounts went into Bry Guy's live. So when
So
I
I
saw
was,
him,
yeah, I was in that live, and we got it removed right away. As
were
soon as
you the one that messaged
I was
Oscar?
the one. I was the one that
Okay,
messaged Oscar.
I didn't know who it was. He just
I
told
tried.
Oscar. Yeah,
I tried to. I sent you a friend request. I was kind of hoping you would take it so I could say that got removed right away. Brian took care of it. He
did
said,
he?
"Okay, get
Okay,
it out."
yeah.
Right?
So
And but then you were in there and you were fucking going on about Brian, and I'm like, fuck, he fucking did it, right? It was taken care of,
well,
right?
I nobody told me it was taken care of, but I went into Bry's live the next afternoon. He was just in there with like one or two people, and I went up and I said, listen, and I tried to explain to him about these accounts, and he got pissed. I was like, fuck, I can't win. So I just said, you know what? Next time somebody goes into Bry's live, can you just watch for these accounts, please? Like,
Yeah,
that's all I wanted to say is like, just make sure you keep blocking them. I don't want them to get any airtime or traction. That's all, which I
and
think
half the
is
well, and
fair.
half the time Brian's not even doesn't even realize who the person is.
No,
Like
I know, I know.
he has
Yeah.
no, 2 plus 2. Oh, that's like he doesn't know what your grandkids look
No,
like.
no, I know, I know, I
So
know. But that's what I wanted to tell him. I wanted to tell him like this is what the picture looks like. These are the names that are showing up under it. Yada yada yada. So he would know. But he was in a bad mood, I think. So anyways, it just didn't happen. But
and then you went into Sammy's live, and then you bitched about it,
oh, I
right?
was pissed because it's
Yeah,
like, let me tell you what you tell people all the time you don't block anybody. And all I'm trying to do is tell you, please stop these accounts with my grandbaby. And you got pissed. Like, fuck, man. Like,
yeah,
it's like, I cannot fucking be I can't win.
yeah.
Like, if you don't want to like me, I don't care. Maybe get to know me a little bit first. Ask me a question, talk to me, like whatever.
Yeah, I get that. And maybe
Tammy, I can
you
read
could
them when I
do,
slow them down.
you
If
could
I stop
do
them,
the same. You could do the same thing though,
yeah.
right? That's all.
And
If
I don't have lives because I don't want to deal with that headache. Nor do I want anybody's bad accounts coming in. I don't know whose troll accounts are fucking what. So I am useless when it comes to that shit.
yeah,
So it's just best I don't ever do that stuff, nor do I have the time. I work all day. Usually I have somebody's live on listening to it. Usually Sammy and Oscar, I would listen to them while I'm working, right? But I don't do them myself because nobody would come to them because I'm on private now. I have to be on private because people are using my shit, right? So I'm just limited as to what I can do.
yeah.
I know. Guys, don't come at me for what everybody else is doing. I'm telling you my opinion. That's it. That's it. So, Dylan, you can ask Ash about that yourself if you'd like. I don't know what to tell you. Right?
Uh,
And listen, I sometimes don't even, especially the past couple of weeks, I've been sick like this forever. And I just scroll through, people's lives. Everybody does the exact same thing that we do. We talk about what happened the day before, or who said what to what, or who said what to who.
yeah.
And if I roll into the
But
next
I
live,
complain for holding hate lives when I'm
right?
having conversations,
And
and
that's
you
and
guys are
that's
free and clear.
that's not a hate live. A hate live is when you
No,
put up a big banner that says "Come kick Amy's ass." Like that's a hate live, right? But
I'm not listening to you.
but everybody does the exact same thing. So why people get so pressed about all that, I have no idea. I know people are talk about what happened the night before, or the day before, or who's fighting with who, and we do it. You guys do it. Jenny does it in her lives. Um, Samantha has vents when she needs to. I mean, it's the same type of thing. But if it stopped there, I don't sit on TikTok and watch your lives, Lisa. I have no desire to do that. Everybody is blocked. So it doesn't even come up on my shit, right? So I do that for a reason. I don't want to sit and listen to Lisa's live and hear somebody say something bad about me. One, it's going to bother me. And two, then I'm going to feel the need to defend myself. So if I just don't know about it, I don't care, right? So, but there's people that go and they'll have a live and watch party everybody and watch party this one and watch party that one. And it's like, woo. And it becomes a bit much, right? Because
Yeah, because that happened to me today. I don't watch party anybody.
I listen, I don't have lives, so I just
Teresa
don't,
did with me today. And I'm
right?
like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
Right? What are we doing? And
yeah,
at some point, and I do call out my friends, whether
yeah,
it's in the box or whether it's a DM. If I don't agree with something, mark my words, I'm going to say something, right? Um, if I see or hear about it.
yeah.
Yep,
Dylan, I'm going to respond to this comment, Lisa, if you don't mind. If I see somebody like I am, it's like I can't see really good unless right now I have 56 new messages waiting at the bottom of the chat because the only way I can read them is if I stop the fucking thing, right? So I'm stopping it and I'm reading and I see your comment. If I see you talking about me or you attack me in comments like you are right this second, Dylan, I feel that I have the right to talk about that with my friends. If you are coming at me and saying things about me, I will address it either to you in a DM or I'll say, "Hey, I was in so and so's live today, and this one came flying at me and was saying this and saying that. I don't even know who it is. Half the time I say, who the fuck was that? But the other half of the time, I'm like, what the fuck? I've never even dealt with this person, never spoken to them. So I'm going to say the same thing to you, Dylan. You're sitting here. Yeah, I go into Samantha's lives, Ashley's, and Sammy's. Those are the three lives I go into. Those are the three places I'm comfortable. And those are the three places that have people that I care about in them. If you talk about me, Dylan, I'm going to address it, whether it be in a live with my friends or whether it be to you. If you have a problem with Samantha, Dylan, you take it up with Samantha. My name is Amy. People do that on here too much.
A
They,
lot of people do it. A lot of
yeah,
people.
everybody does. You
Everybody
group it
does it.
together. Like you
Yeah.
guys. No, it's not you guys. I was working all day. What do you mean you guys? Like, fuck. But I hope that makes sense, Lisa. I'm not trying to I'm not going to sit and justify what I said to Lisa today. She deserved every fucking word of it. Point blank, period. No. But there are things that I will say out of pocket sometimes. Hey, I'm a Nova Scotian. We got mouths, right? And I will feel like shit and I will DM a person and say, fuck, I shouldn't have said that to you. I'm sorry. Or I'll say it to you in a chat or in a live, whatever.
Yeah. Would you be willing to talk to anybody else in here tonight?
Oh my God.
If I could roll it?
Who? My throat's killing me, but yeah.
Who who wants to and I'm gonna if I bring you up you have to be respectful.
Natalie, you lied because
Nat,
you
do you
didn't
wanna
have
come up?
– who? Nat can come up. Yep.
Nat.
That can come up. Yep. Yep. Absolutely. I don't know her from a hole in the wall. So
She's
come
fantastic.
on. Come on down.
Okay. I'm just
I
going to
would.
let Dylan in first real quick.
Who?
Dylan.
Okay.
Dylan, I'm just going to warn you once. Don't raise your voice. No names.
Okay. No, Lisa, I appreciate you.
How you feeling, Dylan?
I don't care to be cordial with you. I'm just here to say what I have to say and then drop down because Lisa wants me to be respectful to you, and that's quite hard for me to do. So, what I'm going to say is this. Last week you were in a live with Shay and Samantha talking about me. So, if you don't know me, don't talk about me. Let's keep it at that. Because I'm not going to talk about you. I don't know you. I don't like you.
I don't like you
I
either.
think that you are a two-faced person.
Lower.
I
I
don't
think
like,
that
I don't like
one
you
minute
either.
you switch up on different sides to benefit you in whatever group that you are trying to talk to. That is the type of
Sorry.
person that you are.
I
You
don't
have
mean to
no
laugh.
spine.
Darling,
Thank you, Lisa. I
my spine
appreciate you.
works.
I
Okay,
am
let me
going to drop down. I
Yeah.
appreciate you.
I'll address
Have a
you
good
after
night,
you drop.
Lisa.
I'll address you after you drop. First of all, I don't even remember what live you're talking about, so you have to refresh me. But second of all, I'm not a big fan of yours either, Dylan. I hope you're well. I wish you well. All of those wonderful things. But I don't like how you've treated Samantha. And
But
that's,
so to be fair, can I just pop in
yeah,
here for a second?
yeah.
To be fair, right? Samantha's going on no facts when it comes to Dylan, and she can't prove that Dylan is the one that's doing this.
I don't
Um,
I don't know that though, Lisa. I really don't.
I don't see Dylan doing it. I mean, I can't.
That's all I can say.
Swear.
I don't. That's all I can say. I don't have much else to really go on. I just don't, you know,
Unless
she must feel like that for some reason. Like people
because
don't
there was
just
only two people. There was two
make things
people
up.
that she had as friends on Facebook, and I
Yeah.
can guarantee you the second person, I
Yeah.
can almost mark it that that person is the one that's doing it. And I am going to DM you after this and
Please.
tell
Yeah,
you who
please.
and why.
Please. Yeah. I want to know what you think on that for sure.
Okay, Nat, go ahead, honey.
No, I'm just curious how I lied today.
You lied because you came in. I have the recording. I heard the whole thing.
Yeah, I know you said that already. How did I lie?
You came in with a half truth. You didn't see the whole exchange. You don't know the thing.
What did I say that wasn't right?
You said all you mentioned to Lisa was what I had said.
Jump her.
Oh,
Not
sorry.
Lisa's turn.
Yeah, I got to get it right because there's two Lisas here. What you said to Platinum only mentioned my comment about my ovaries worked.
Nope, that's not true.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. I said
And-
the whole thing. I said I went on a walk on my lunch, and Lisa Bella was the first thing that came up on my screen, and she was talking to you. Whether you were in the chat, I don't know. I was on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
And she was going off on you. And then at one point, she said, do you have the ovaries to come up in my box? And then you said what you said.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what I said to Lisa today.
But that's not the whole story.
I hear you, but what did I say that was wrong?
You shouldn't perpetuate a situation when you haven't got all the facts, Natalie.
How am I perpetuating
You are
it?
trying
Okay,
to
you're going
cause.
lower.
You are trying to cause a problem. I've seen you do it before,
Oh yeah, you
and
have it.
that's what you do, and that's okay.
It's not what I do.
No, I don't. No hate to you, but if you don't have all the facts, if you haven't seen the whole exchange,
Are you hearing yourself talk right now?
yes,
Are you?
that woman causes a lot of problems for me.
We're gonna lower our voice,
I hear you. I
No,
hear
you
you.
don't. No,
I
you
do.
don't.
I hear you.
You only
I have been
hear that
around
you're
for
right.
4 years.
I don't
I
care
know who
how long
Lisa
you've been
Bella
around.
is.
I don't-
Trust me.
Yeah, trust you. I would trust you as far as I could throw you.
There you are. There you are.
Period.
Yeah.
I heard what you said. You
What
didn't
did
hear.
I say that
you
was
did-
wrong,
Will you let me
Amy?
talk? You did not see what happened before that exchange or what happened after. You didn't see the comments, the things that people were saying to me, the abuse I was taking in the comment. You saw nothing but that tiny little exchange. So therefore, you should have found out more about what happened before you started running around the app telling
Running
people
around the app. Like, give me a break.
you were in there within seconds of the exchange stopping. Seconds.
Not
I have the
seconds.
times. I
It
have
was
the times
hours
there.
later. This happened at lunch hour, Amy. And it was at the end of the day when I got home from work
What
where
you
Lisa
did-
went live.
What you did was wrong. Period. And you will not change my
Wrong.
mind.
I talked to my friends about what I witnessed today.
Right. So
I did
how
nothing
about-
wrong. I
How
did
about
nothing.
you understand that woman attacks my family on a daily fucking basis?
Hear
How
you.
about
I hear you.
Yeah, do you hear me?
I hear you.
Who does? And she knows.
I could show you stuff that would
I
curl
don't
the
need to
hair
see
on
it. I
your
believe
toes.
you, Amy.
Okay?
I believe
It's
you.
rotten.
I
And
hear
so
you.
I am not.
believe you.
I am not. And listen, I have been so, because her and Ash were friends, I shut my mouth and said nothing for months to Lisa. But when she started at me today, I was on my way to work. She's having this live screaming about me in the mirror and in the phone. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? I haven't spoken to her in over 3 weeks. And I go into the chat. Now you hear my voice. I'm sick as fuck. So I just and I had to go to work. So I'm like, I can't go up there and get screaming with this girl. I'm in the chat and I'm like, okay, whatever, Lisa. Yeah, what? Okay. So she attacks me for my job. I said, okay, get a job. She kept screaming at me. What came to the ovaries thing, I need water. Hold on, I'm going to cough.
I get it. You said something bad. She said something bad. I have no problem with the banter.
She screamed at me, what the fuck's
Okay.
a woman, Amy? What
But
the
how
fuck's
did
a
I
woman?
lie and what did I do that was wrong that caused you to write 7 paragraphs in my DMs this afternoon?
Yours is longer. So I didn't even read the last part, all of it, because
Mine was longer?
Yeah, pretty much.
Lord.
But I'm just going to tell you, it is not okay when you only hear part of something. You ever play that game when you were a little, I don't know how old you are, but when you're a little kid at camp and you start out with one word, you go all the way around, and by the time you get all the way back around, it's not the fucking same word anymore. That's what happens on the internet, especially in these live and chat groups. If you do not witness it, the banter, the back and forth may not make sense. It may make somebody look worse than what it actually
Interesting,
is.
Amy. Interesting that you're taking this position right now. It really
Why
is.
is it interesting?
Because 98% of your personality on this app is doing just that.
I don't talk to anybody on this app, but
Oh my God.
6
You have amnesia,
people.
honey. I'm sorry.
Listen, Nat, you get booted out of places all the time because they call
No,
you.
I don't get booted out of anywhere. What are you talking
all
about?
kinds of times. You're the cop. Are
So
you
do you
not?
know me or do you not know me? I don't.
you
I
are a
don't
cop,
get booted out
right?
of anywhere.
Listen, Nat, I'm not going to argue with you. I don't agree with what you did. I think what you did was slimy.
Well, I did what I did.
Yep. And
Call it
because
whatever
of,
you want.
I said what I had to say. I'm done with the whole situation. I really do not care. It's that simple.
Well, your DM showed different. But anyways.
I don't care. My job is to protect me and my family, first and foremost, over you or anybody else. And that's it. End of story. And what you did was give a tiny little piece of what was an absolute dog pile on me for no fucking reason.
Come on. Don't be so dramatic.
Unprovoked.
You're being dramatic. And I
How's
didn't
it
do
being
anything
dramatic
you
when
haven't
I'm
done in
sitting
the
there?
past.
When I'm sitting there and I've got Danielle pissed off for
I
sitting
don't care about those people. Like,
get along gang.
what does that
You
have
let
to
me
do
talk,
with me?
or are you just going to keep talking?
No,
over
you've been
me?
talking this whole time. It's been almost 2 hours, Amy.
Well, Lisa wanted to talk. Here it is, because I am not doing this every day.